Good evening. My name is Tahir I Qureshi. I'm a fellow of Roost Institute of Canada, broker of record for City Pro Realty Inc. Brokerage. My passion is real estate, and your success is my priority. Tonight, we will be talking about buying a home with a friend. Coronavirus has impacted real estate and mortgage business. And regardless of support that we'll get from the federal government and Ontario government, managing the ownership of your house is very critical. You need to arrange mortgage, continue to pay the mortgage payments, and to ensure that you are following your obligation under the contract that you signed with the present lender, either it's a bank or a private lender. It's very, very critical that you continue to pay your payments. There was a concern that lots of people have mortgage payment and also someone who has not received their paycheck, any funding from the federal government, or some property owner has issue with receiving the rents. Under contractual arrangement, buyer and seller, tenant and landlord, they are both obligated to fulfill their obligation of the contract, otherwise they will face some challenges. So now, as you know, the people are approaching the lenders, the banks for deferred mortgage payment. It's very prudent that you do that because it's very important that you have funds available to you and you are able to support your needs. So if you have a situation where you have lost a job, I'm talking about the current ownership, that it might be a good idea to talk to family members and friends to see how they can help you to survive this coronavirus epidemic. So far, we don't get any good news yet. We're hoping that this virus is controlled. And we are emotionally drained because of isolating ourselves in the home. But the business is going as usual. So it's very, very important that we think about how we can help each other. There will be lots of family members who may not have bought the house. There will be a lot of friends, they might have not bought the house. So also there is opportunity for 2-3 friends to buy a home and help each other, because if you buy a home which has a finished basement, or you are capable of buying a home and build the basement, then you can both live together and jointly own the property. Now, the reason I pick up this topic is because we all will be in this situation where we will be needing some sort of a help. Some people will qualify for the $2,000 monthly payment from the federal government, some may not qualify. So there are things unknown. Starting from Monday, you will be able to apply on canada.ca that you have about $5,000 income in the past 12 months, including 2020, that you may qualify, and you have to check the criteria. So when you think about asking someone to help you to buy, so when you are buying or adding someone to your mortgage at this stage, when you feel that you will be on the risk of inability to pay the mortgage, you want to add somebody or you want to buy it, the most important thing there would be the mortgage rate that you will get will tie in the credit reports of two people. Let's assume you seek a mortgage and you add a friend or family member to help you to get that mortgage. Now, the credit of your credit and your friend's credit will be tied for the amount that you both have agreed and bank has approved the mortgage. So let's assume that you have a mortgage which is 3%. So you signed up for a $600,000 mortgage. So the lender will put a charge on the house for 600,000, but they will also put on your credit report each one of you 600,000 credit. So that means it will restrict the ability of the friend or a family member to buy or use their credit for other purposes. So this is very, very critical to understand and make sure there is an understanding about it. And when you reach an agreement, you sign the document, then it is become your liability. If your friend or if you stop paying the mortgage for some reason, your friend or a family member who co-signed the mortgage will be accountable to pay for the full mortgage. So this is very, very important for you to understand that. That means if you are sharing a house with your friend, each one of you who have paid the mortgage, signed the contract, will have to pay the money. So regardless of what other arrangement, so it's very, very important for you to have an understanding, an agreement, how you're going to handle the mortgage, how the payment will be made. Should there be a joint account? And then obviously when a person sign and join and support your mortgage, he or she will be equity partner in this transactions. So any devaluation of the property or increase of the value of the property will be equally shared. So that is very important then to have a conversation with your friend to come up with a proper an agreement, and you may need a lawyer to draft an agreement, because when you are doing the financing or you are doing a new mortgage to buy a property, it is very, very important to have a legal agreement between the friends or the family member who will become actually an equity partner with you. So as I mentioned that the credit risk, if your friend or a family member has a credit and they are using that credit to current needs of the family and family, they may not be able to qualify for additional money that you might need. So this is very important to speak to a mortgage broker or a bank, how you're going to handle that. So that means you have to pick a friend or a family member who has the ability to help you. You know, we have a very unprecedented time in our life. Therefore, we have to manage our risk. We have to continue to think about how to sustain, how to survive, how to manage our resources at current time. So I will recommend that you also need to look at the arrangement that you want to do to make sure if your time is coming and for closing or you want to buy something, because there are tremendous opportunities available to buy things. And it will be a time, for example, a friend who have been thinking about buying it, he or she doesn't have enough to buy it as a single person. This may be a time for them um, to put together two friends together and see that we can buy something, because this will be an opportunity. Obviously, once the coronavirus is spread is controlled and we will go back to normal after a declaration by the entire government, and that it's safe to go out, then I am very hopeful and I'm very optimistic that real estate will pick up very fastly. And then towards my predicament is that if we are able to control coronavirus in in this time, let's say in a month or two, then slowly people will start moving, because home, a shelter for is very important and essential part of our life. And there is a pride of home ownership. That's why people are waiting for the time to pass and be safe to go out and hunt for the house. So the biggest challenge at this time is the challenge of getting other loans, because when you are a partner and you have the leverage and ability, basically when you are co-signing an agreement where you are a 50-50 partner. So the bank look at loan to value, loan to debt, loan to value ratio for the property, and also loan, and they look at your debt, total debt you are carrying. We call TDS, which includes all payment, even student loans and property taxes and visa payments, everything included. So either you have a GDS, gross debt service, or you have a TDS, total debt service. And it has to be acceptable level for the lenders to give you the money. I am talking to the bank to find out what other details that I can share with you. But banks have, my client manager has called me and see if I need some help. And I have just returned her call to call me Monday, and let's go through what I have and how can I protect myself. The government is also providing some kind of a line of credit, which loan will turn into line of credit that I'm exploring for my company too. So because we don't know how long this staying home will continue, and that is why uncertainty always create anxiety for everybody. Every person, every Canadian working, self-employed or employee or laid off have this in their mind, when we're going to get back to the job and start making money. And this is very critical for all of us. So again, now, when you have decided to bring somebody in your um, the partner, and you want to make sure that that you are uh, uh, that you are arranging a particular agreement between both of you. What will happen if you have an agreement, you bought the house, everything going good, and all of a sudden you have a disagreement? And who take responsibility of the maintenance of the house, paying for the mortgage, getting the title insurance, looking after the tenant if this was investment property. So this is very, sometime this friendship that you have or family relationship you have, it becomes very testy. And then you have to look at, see, how we're going to avoid that. So this is very important. Number two, when you file tax return, there are some deductions because this will not be a principal residence unless it is entered into an agreement in a way that a friend is giving you a loan and you are using that loan to get the financing. So it will require further disclosure how this relationship is going to work, because your property, if you're buying a new property, it has to be registered that way. Is a joint tenancy or is a common tenancy? Because joint tenancy has a survivorship, and normally wife and husband are on that. In terms of common tenancy, everybody's rights remain separate in case someone pass away. So there is no survivorship. So this is very important to talk about that in the agreement and seek a lawyer to help you and guide you to ensure that you are entering into an agreement, and of course to protect each other's interest. This is a good way of doing business. There's nothing wrong with that, because these are troubled times, they're challenging times. It's important to think about that what other options are there. Let's assume you have a house, and with the current arrangement, you have no more payment, and CRA hasn't sent you the money, your payments are due, and you are talking to the bank. And bank will give you 6 months, as we know now. And then you see, based on your own resources, that you know that it's very difficult, it's going to be difficult for you to sustain it. And you might want to consider selling it. But this environment, when people are facing challenges, is going to take longer time to sell. Okay, because we cannot physically show the house. In exceptional circumstances, with all the precautions that taken, and through virtual Skype, Zoom, or other possibilities, it could be done, but you might not get the price that you want. So the best option will be to explore within the family that we have to help each other, the friends. And this is also opportunity for someone who's a friend in the family or a friend of the family who has not bought a house, but it has a credibility, it can be used, and he become an equity partner. Let's assume that you have a house right now, and before you bring a partner in, you can get in an evaluation, appraisal from a licensed practitioner to appraise the value of your property. Then you can do the refinancing, and you can include that person, and that person become equity owner based on the split that you decide with the person. Idea is not to lose the house. Idea is to put the shelter and roof on top of your family. So if you are at risk of losing a house, you seriously start thinking now and look and explore, talk to your friend, talk to the family, anyone that you can help you. So if you think that is not the possibility, that I can borrow money, then is the best time for you is to think about having an equity partner. That means someone who can do the refinancing with you, and you arrange into agreement who is responsible for the payment and how to deal with it. Or maybe if it's a big house, rent the house and then rent a smaller house, and you have income coming from the house. And also, it's also going to be challenging right now that according to some instruction, very vague, very not so clear information, that tenant think that they cannot pay the tenant, they can survive without paying the tenant. No, no, that's not the case. You are obligated, you pay to your landlord, and you must pay to your landlord because landlord has to pay money uh, to the to the current mortgage or lender who has financed that house. Idea is to seek clarity, talk to the government department, talk to CRA, go to Canada.ca, and find out what are the actual programs are. Everybody is sharing. There are lots of programs happening, so you make sure you do that. So let's assume that you enter into an agreement, and now you have a problem with your partner, such a partner or equity partner friend. So if you have signed up an agreement with your friend in writing and outlining the obligation and responsibility of the each partner, then you will have a less problem and challenges. And also when you file tax return, T1 as an individual, you have to declare that it could be an investment property for your friend, but it could be a 50% investment, principal owner or a prime residence for you. So, or maybe in the basement, one friend is living and you're living upstairs, or your friend is living upstairs, you're living in the basement. So these are all things that is necessary to talk about it and enter into an agreement, because there is no need to enter into an arrangement and create more complex conflicts and use your friendship and family relationship because of trying to help each other with good faith. So it's very important to put in black and white. The bottom line is that anybody who buys the house is for buying for a profit or a benefit, whether it is you or your friend or your family member, because you both will be using your credits and ability of your friend who is joining you to do any other financing until that mortgage commitment that you make is valid and remain valid. So in this case, if you are doing a new mortgage, you have to look at the ability and your plan. Maybe you will do the financing for 1 year. And after 1 year, you do the appraisal of the house. If the house has appreciated and you share 50-50, if that's what you're contributing it with your friend. And then you go back and you have new financing. Because sometimes you have a long financing, then it lingers on, and then unnecessarily you end up keeping that relationship because you don't think you will need it for a long period of time. Only thing you are looking at is a short period of time, which is maybe 1 year, 1 year and a half, or maybe 2 years. Depends on your needs. So this is why I think in the last broadcast that we talk about managing your risk. Risk is the key factor in this case. We are all in this situation that we're risking ourselves because our income has stopped as a self-employee or employee who has been laid off. You will be able to get EI, or if EI doesn't cover your expenses, you may ask for another $2,000. And I was on the CRA website, and they're saying basically you apply, I think from people who have a birthday from January to March can apply on Monday, which is April 6th. And you can apply for $2,000. It will come directly to your account after you're meeting their criteria. So I'm going to try myself too, because I'm a self-employed. Right now, everything is shut down. For example, do I qualify? I don't know. So I'm going to apply that. So anybody who has a birthday in January, February, and March, please go on Canada.ca and apply and get $2,000. And they will give you $2,000. How they're going to do that? I just learned that they give you $500 every week. So that means they're not giving you $1,000. If your EI has not kicked in, you will have a challenge because they're not going to give you $2,000 right away. Every week, they drop $500. So is that enough for you to pay your mortgage? In normal circumstances, it's not. It's not enough because mortgage amounts of the value, how it has increased over the years, you'll be paying 200, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000 or more, depending on the size of your house. So this is very critical to know that there, the 2,000, there was a hype about it. It's not coming out to you 2,000 in a one lump sum. According to what I have seen at CRA, they give you $500 per week, and next month you apply again. So this is a vicious circle. That means every month you have to declare that you have no income and you qualify for this. This is going to go on for 4 months until you get $8,000. So that is not enough to pay the mortgage. So this is very, very important now to think about that. So when you buy a house and you pay a mortgage, 35 to 40% of your payment of the mortgage goes toward equity. Just to declare you, I'm a principal broker, license MO 8002130, and principal broker of Canada Express Mortgage Inc. I can speak to you about the mortgages. We are now in a position to give mortgage and help people. So if you ever need any help, you can call me. My number is 416-451-3489. I will try to find you the best possible solution to help you to get the mortgage. Now, if you are buying a house with your friend, in addition to having the obligation and responsibility for the period of time that you have entered into an agreement and you implement it through securing a mortgage, I would suggest that you should do it for 1 year based on your circumstances, or maximum of 2 years. And then you also have to understand this is a house. When you buy a house, two things happen. Number one, you will get about 35 to 40% equity with each payment that you make toward the mortgage. So your partner, friend, or a family friend is equally entitled to that equity. So number two is appreciation. I'm very, very positive. I'm very, very optimistic that after going through our second quarter, in the third quarter, you will see things will be getting to normal. There will be tremendous demand for the housing. And as you know, there are lots of immigrants who federal government is planning to bring in about 1 million people this year. It's going to slow down, probably accelerate in the process when coronavirus is diminish or eradicate it from our society in Canada. So this we're going to create a hype. So right now, if you have already bought a house, you make sure that you close that deal, because I'm telling you, this is my predicament that towards third quarter, we will be in a positive category, and fourth quarter will be bidding wars for buying home. Right now, average price of the house, a family, a young family wants to buy, is from 650 to 750 range. Before this coronavirus, people were offering and putting bidding on 13, 14, 20 offers on one property, because majority of the young are buying it in that price range, 650 to 750, 800. Those will come back. They are waiting for the right time to buy it. So all the layoffs, majority of the layoffs are temporary, what I have learned, because they have no business. Restaurant, community center, the shopping malls where essential stuffs are not there. Construction, housing construction has also stopped now. So production is going to be an issue. It's always a supply and demand. More supply, less demand. More demand, less supply. This equilibrium causes the price value in the marketplace. So we're hoping that all Canadians with good faith help each other, cooperate with each other, and make sure we all succeed. In our business, the buyer and seller both have to be happy and feel good. It's very, very important. Both have to be winner. Let's assume we have some challenges right now. We're a Canadian. We're going to work together and make this happen. We are known to be kind and cooperative, humanitarian, sympathetic to causes, contribute tremendously for the food bank, charities, and many, many things all over in Canada and overseas. So this is our domestic challenge, being a fellow Canadians, that we are facing. I'm very, very hopeful. You can call me anytime, 24/7, that if you need help or guidance to guide you, I am more than happy. You can call me 416-451-3489 anytime if you need my help, need some help, counseling or help, because I'm also fellow of Real Estate Insurance of Canada, FRI and CIPS, Certified International Property Specialist. I have 6 designations in real estate. I'm a broker record and president of City Realty in Brokerage. I can help you and guide you without any interest, without any commitment, because I'm there because I care about you. My passion is real estate, and your success is my priority. And this is the reason that I am trying to increase awareness and consumer trust in real estate. You have challenges. Now it is best that you speak to your realtor who has helped you to purchase a house. You talk to your mortgage broker, lender, or the bank who help you to give you the mortgage. They are ethically, morally, and officially committed to give you mortgage that they agreed. You talk to your real estate lawyer. They're all professional, very helpful. Talk to them, get them to give you some counsel and advice under your circumstances. You need to talk to your team all the time until you close a deal, or if you are planning to buy a property or you are arranging a mortgage, you consult with your advisor. They are competent in each jurisdiction. Under Real Estate Business Broker Act, which has now been revised to Trust in Real Estate Services Act, we are only licensed to practice real estate. Therefore, I give you advice on real estate. I'm also licensed to as a principal broker, so I can also give you advice on mortgage because I have a license to practice in mortgage. Only person who are competent in their jurisdiction should advise you professionally. It's very, very important now, and this challenging time where you need help, you consult with your team that have worked with you and achieved success in real estate in the past. They will continue to help you in this coronavirus and past coronavirus time. So again, I'm going to summarize again. If you are buying a house and you need help, talk to your family, talk to your friend. If you are not able to buy yourself, you may need help of a buyer, a friend who can help you to buy together. Because buying a home is a great blessing. It always creates benefit because ownership builds equity. And if you are starting a new young family, a young person buying a home, it will start building your profile. So it's important that you talk, enter into an agreement, and lay down the rules for your engagement together with the advice of the real estate lawyer. Put together an agreement. What are the obligation and responsibility under the agreement? So not only that you achieve success and secure a property or do the refinancing under troubled time, but you will maintain our friendship and family friendship with the person who's going to join to help you, or they are together to take this journey together to build your profile and achieve success. I pray for all of you, all Canadian friends and family members and my family. May God keep all of us safe from coronavirus and eliminate this pandemic from our society, not only in Canada, around the world. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please post your comments, make suggestions. I have a very, very interesting topic for next Thursday at 7 p.m. We're going to talk about real estate ownership. I'm searching for a very amazing panelist. So until then, may God bless you and God bless Canada. Thank you for watching.